Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and we're going to unbox and take a first look at the Samsung Galaxy camera. This is the Verizon version. It has LTE built in, and it's pretty interesting. It's a camera with Android inside. So it's basically a smartphone with a camera on the front. So this is the Verizon version. It has LTE built in, and it's about $550. You don't have to have a contract with it, but ideally you want to have it connected to your plan, and you can use your share plan with it. And there is no cancellation fee according to their website. So you could use it for a while, turn it back on, turn it back off, whatever you want to do. So let's take a look at it. It comes in white or black, and this is the camera itself. It's 16 megapixels. And I normally don't review cameras, but I thought we'd take a look at this since it's got Android inside. Now inside the box, you can see it's just a typical box, kind of like an Android phone. We've got some literature here. We've got our battery, and then we have our micro USB connector for charging or syncing. We have a wall adapter, and then we have a little strap for the camera if you want to use that. So let me put all this back inside here, with the exception of the battery, and let's take a closer look at the phone itself, or the camera itself rather. So you can see here's the camera. Let's pull this back piece off here. And it's interesting because it's got some pretty impressive specs. It has a quad-core 1.4 gigahertz processor, a gig of RAM, 8 gigabytes of storage, and then under here we have micro HDMI. We have a micro SD slot that supports up to 64 gigabytes of SD or micro SD memory, and that should be plenty for most people. Let's open the battery up here. Now, the battery is a 1650 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery that's good for only about 2 hours, but will stay on standby for about 12 days. So here's this. Let's see if we can slide this in the right way here. Looks like it probably goes this way. And then I have the SIM card over here. Let's see if we can put this in. I might have needed to do that first. Actually, I'm trying to put it in the micro SD slot, so looks like it goes this way. There we go. And then we close this, and you can see it's got a little HDMI port here. Looks like we can open this separately, but it feels pretty flimsy. Yeah, we have this little separate port here, so we don't have to open the bottom to use it. You have a pretty standard camera mount here, and then on the back you've got this really big touch screen, and this is a 4.8 inch 720p AMOLED screen, HD super clear LCD screen rather, and you can see right here it says Super HD Clear LCD quad-core CPU with Android. Now it's supposed to come default with, let's see if we turn this on here. Oh, this is the power button, that's a zoom. So it's supposed to come default with Android Jelly Bean 4.1, so that should be pretty nice. And then you have this Gorilla Glass 2 screen on the back, so that's pretty nice as well. Looks like we've got a pop-up flash right here. There we go. I have to say this is the first time I've booted a camera. It's a little different. So on this side it looks like we have a microphone in. We have our micro USB on the side. Little spot for the strap on the camera. And on this side we have a flash button, looks like a speaker, and then you saw on top here zoom, normal flash button. So pretty interesting, and we have to set it up just like Android. So next, and I do have 4G connectivity here. Now you can see it has a system update. Let's get a little more info, new enhancements, things like that. Let's do that now, I guess, and then we'll come back after. The camera's done updating, and we turn it on like this. It just comes right awake, and you can see I'm in the kind of app drawer here that this has, and it's just like any other Android phone. Really fast, actually. We go to apps. We can go to the Google Play Store, download apps. You can see there's YouTube on here. We have things like Instagram, which are really neat that you can post with the camera. So let's take a picture here. I hit the button and the lens pops out. And if I take a picture of the Galaxy camera box, let's see what we've got here. So let's see if we can, I'll do it at this angle here. So I just took a picture. You can see it says processing, and that's it. If I hit this button, we can switch to video mode. It's recording now. It recorded video. And then we have all these different modes here that are built in. We have smart mode, auto mode, expert mode. So we have all these manual settings, which is really kind of neat. You can see we can move it just as though this were a real lens. It's pretty interesting. It's definitely a different idea for a camera. And we'll go back to our mode. We'll go back to auto mode. And then we can just take a picture with this button, or we can push the button here. We also have zoom. We have a 21x zoom. So you can see it's zooming in. And it's an optical zoom. So it's pretty interesting. It records in 1080p video. It supports H.263, H.264, MPEG-4, VC1, VP8. So that's pretty neat. It's got all these different codecs. And I have to say this screen looks pretty nice. I do like having a big screen, but there is no way to protect it. So on the front, you can see here's the lens. And it's pretty neat. Hit the button, it shuts off. Hit it again, it turns back on, just like a normal camera, but you've got this whole UI on the back end here. So you can see we're back here, the camera's shut, the touchscreen's really responsive, and there's all these different updates that it just did. We'll go into settings, we'll go down to about device, and you can see it's Android 4.1.2, so it's pretty neat that way. And it's got a task manager and everything else. So I'm going to use this for a few days. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. Post to Instagram and Facebook with it, so check there if you're interested, and Twitter as well. If you have any questions or comments, maybe you've used this or you're thinking about getting one, please place those in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.